Let's talk about where we are regarding electricity, how electricity is evolving in emerging markets.
Well, first of all, we know that the emerging market is where the growth is around the world. If you take the perspective of the world, it is an emerging market where there is growth. On the other side is also that part of the world where energy access is still a big issue. The lack of energy access is still a big issue, and this definitely needs to be addressed.
So, talk to us about sub-Saharan Africa in particular, because that's really where we have a lot of industries that are suffering owing to a lack of electricity.
Well, certainly when we look at Africa in general and sub-Saharan Africa in particular, I think the African continent is only 1/3 of people have access to electricity. The electrification is very low, and as you said, this is the fundamental element. Without electrification, without access to energy, it's impossible to have economic development. So what is important here is really to have policy, but also the regulation that enable investment to come in. I think the world is now ready to tackle the issue of energy access that is so important in Africa, and I think what is really important is to have investability of any project, of any activity related to energy in Africa.
So in your relating with companies, are you encouraged by what has been achieved so far in the sub-region?
I think there have been a lot of good example of vision, a lot of good example of policy being put in place. What still needs to be perpetuated and improved is to have the regulation that enable the investment to come, and also regulation that are constant in time, so that there is not uncertainty for the investor. What the investor are looking for, and this is a period in which the investor are really looking for investment, but to have stability, to have a visibility of their investment. As we know, the global economy is not doing so well in this period, and so this is a unique opportunity for Africa to attract investment. If this regulation and the stability of the regulation will enable this, this is a challenge for sub-Saharan Africa.
So at this forum now, how do you think the discussions at an event like this could help countries like Nigeria achieve energy sustainability?
Well, first of all, you talk also about sustainability, and we all know what happened in Paris with the COP21 and the agreement. So what is very, very important is that technology is there. Today we have distributed technology for energy and other sorts of technology that are really enabling something that even just 10 years ago was not possible. So the mix of new technology and the finance that would be available with the policy stability are really there to come. So I think this is an opportunity. What will happen in this World Economic Forum, but of course not only, is really looking at where there is more opportunity for investment.
So what could the rest of the world do now to assist countries like Nigeria struggling for decades to meet its critical energy needs?
Well, it's certainly being vocal in terms of the perspective of an investor or what they need for putting money on the table, and in terms of regulation as well, understanding what is needed. So I think what fundamentally we need, and what we try to do here at the World Economic Forum, is bringing the multi-stakeholder approach, is bringing the policymaker together with the business, together with the investor, together with all the key players in this space, to come together, understand each other, so that then the progress can happen.
But then, Roberto, this is a topic that is almost always on the agenda for the World Economic Forum, whether it's at the general, the annual meeting, or in the different regions. So, what is going to be different this time around?
Well, as you know, the theme of this year is the fourth industrial revolution, right? And so, when we talk about a revolution, this is an opportunity. Many people would say that Africa might have missed the third or the second. Well, let's not think as an evolution, but this is a revolution. So this is an opportunity to be part of the fourth industrial revolution. And so that's what is different in my view, is that there is a unique opportunity now to grab the next level of development, leveraging, as I was saying, the new technology, the new opportunity that are out there and that are existing.
So in terms of leveraging on this, it's going to need like a three-pronged approach or a four-pronged approach, namely from the government, from the regulator, to the businesses and the investor.
Absolutely, absolutely. We really need an approach that is public and private. We need an approach that is holistic and that is long-term. That is really what is needed.
Roberto, thank you so much for joining me on the program.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.